Welcome to the Maloof Money Cup Skateboarding World Championships presented by Kumba Iron Ore. We're here in the Northern Cape province of South Africa in Kimberley, and we're going to give away almost $500,000 this weekend. But more importantly, we're going to leave this amazing community with a world-class skate park and vert ramp. My name is Neil Hendricks. I'm going to be your webcast host for the weekend, and right now I'm joined in the booth by Felix, and from Spotlight Productions, Ryan Clements. Ryan, talk about the amazing hospitality this community has shown the skaters that came here from all over the world.
That's all I've gotten so far. Everyone is trying to take care of us to the highest degree possible, you know? And then the crowd here, they're so psyched to see everything. Just when some guys were rolling around on the ramp yesterday, crowd gathered around with just the workers. They don't know what to expect. They have no idea what's going on.
And the opening ceremonies last night was out of this world.
That was nuts. That was absolutely nuts. How about you, Felix?
I had never seen so many fireworks in my life. I feel like I'm sightseeing here just because the Maloof Money Park, the Maloof Money Park Plaza, vert ramp, I'm like tongue-tied. It's so amazing.
Did you ever think that skateboarding would bring you to Africa?
This is one of the places that's never been on my list because I thought I would just never make it here.
Yeah.
It was just, and then when we heard about this, not too long ago, it's like, oh, you guys are going to come to this. We have this event going on. I didn't even believe it until I had my ticket.
And it's cool that they actually do have a skate scene here. There's a ton of guys from here in Kimberley that are good skaters, and they are so psyched that we're leaving this park for them.
They're kids that are totally, completely into it.
I mean, I've seen some amazing guys out on the street, and I know this vert ramp's going to produce some new stars, and Kimberley's going to have, a contender in the next couple of years for sure.
It's really cool because, you see all these pros from all over the world, and I've never seen these guys so excited about a skate trip, A few of the guys have been here before, but it's a lot of guys' first time to South Africa. Right now, our first event today is going to be the Vert Finals, and the Vert contest is going to be two parts. Today is going to be the Vert contest. Tomorrow we're going to have a mini mega contest. Ryan, you want to tell us about the format that you guys came up with?
Yeah, these guys, we have 10 skaters right here in 2 jams, 5 skaters in each jam. They are judged on a 100-point scale. The scores are average. Best round counts for 50% of the score, Neil, just like you said. For the other half is mini mega. And how much are we giving away? First place, $75,000.
$75,000. Felix, when I grew up skating amateur contests with you and we turned pro, did you ever think that they'd be giving away $75,000?
I mean, the AMC a lot of money nowadays. And back in our day, you'd maybe get $5,000. That was a big purse for our first place.
Yeah. One quick note on the format. These runs are going to be 12 walls. We've, in the last few years for a lot of the vert contests, used to be 45 seconds. Now it's kind of about 30 seconds. The guys kind of figured out that they could throw more hard tricks in the shorter runs, so it's going to be 12 walls today.
12 blasting walls. That's the best part.
Here's the weather update. It's basically perfect. 79 degrees, 22% humidity, a little bit of wind, not too much to affect the guys on the vert ramp. Forecast, sunny and clear the rest of the weekend.
Is that Southern California weather?
I was going to say, it feels like Cali to me, and a lot of these guys are going to be real happy.
Yeah, the San Diego vert crew is going to feel right at home.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like Florida. I'm not sweating enough.
All right, let's talk about this vert ramp a little bit. The California Skate Parks, California Ramp Works guys came here a couple months ago, built this incredible vert ramp. The best thing about this ramp, they're leaving this thing for the town of Kimberley, but it's 12-foot transitions, 2 feet of vert. There's 2 4-foot extensions, so that's going to be 6 feet of vert there on the corners. You're going to see a lot of the guys start their runs on those big vert extensions.
I'm scared to look down those extensions. The things are giant. I saw some guys doing backside disasters on, actually Pedro Barros, backside air disasters on them. So sick, man. I can't wait to see what goes down on them.
Yeah, I rode this ramp a little bit earlier, and this ramp is super good. This is world class, man.
Hey, how about the brickwork on the side of it? So, apparently that brick is very popular here. Everything's pavers and brick, and you'll see it on the street course tomorrow. But the sides of the ramp is actually brick.
Yeah, it looks like a house. I'm thinking about moving in.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at this prize money breakdown. This Maloof Money Cup has pretty much made their name in skateboarding for throwing away a lot of money. And today, it's first place is $75,000, second $25,000, third $14,000, fourth place $10,000. Once again, for the vert contest, it's going to be half of their score from today on the vert ramp and half of their score tomorrow on the mini mega.
Yeah, it's not called the Maloof Money Cup for nothing.
Yeah,
There's
no
a lot of money.
And you can tell just by seeing all the vert skaters up here, they've kind of been relaxed the last couple of days practicing, and it turned serious just a little while ago.
Not messing around.
All right, we're going to get ready for Heat 1 in just a few minutes. In Heat 1 is going to be the following guys: Adam Taylor, followed by PLG, Marcelo Bastos, Sandro Diaz, and Alex Perelson.
Who's your favorite in Heat number 1, Felix?
I mean, I like PLG because he incorporates a lot of the street-style moves. He skates really modern. I love Sandro's power. It's incredible to see some vets with some new up-and-coming guys. There's been such a great mixture of vert skating these last couple of years. I'm really excited for the future of vert.
Alex Perelson. You've seen his real part, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, right? It's
Yeah.
a whole different thing.
And you know, it's crazy to see Alex because he has a broken wrist right now.
Yes.
He's got a cast on his arm. He's actually got pins on the outside of his wrist and a cast over it. And he's skating amazing. Like,
Still
he could
going
seriously
harder.
win the contest.
How do you do that? Oh, we got a first guy dropping in right here. Adam Taylor's in, starting with a backside 5.
Remember, it's 12 walls, so it's going to be about 30 or maybe 35 seconds of skating for these guys. Best run counts. So these guys have 5 tries to try really hard runs.
Hey, Neil, how many walls do you hit in like a normal 45 or 50-second run?
Well, for years, 45-second runs were about 17 walls.
Yeah.
And a few years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, a lot of the big contests switched to 30-second runs, which is more about 11 or 12 walls.
Gotcha.
So that's what we're
Gotcha.
looking at now. And it really came down to, you know, the 45-second runs, guys were packing in really hard tricks and kind of, you know, the end of the run, there wasn't a lot of big tricks. You're kind of just, you know, riding the clock out. So we were like, hey, man, just
Why
make
bother?
make it 30-second runs, and it's all hard tricks.
How much has the size of the ramp affected the amount of walls you can get in the time frame?
Well, the bigger ramps do take a lot more energy. It's just, you know, pumping harder. PLG right here. Pierre's won 2 Maloof Money Cups before, so he's taken the Maloof brothers' money a couple times.
That's 150 grand in the bank.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kickflip body varial 540, just getting away.
So yeah, the best of these 5 runs. So that's first run for
Yeah, that's-
Adam, first run for PLG.
That's why you see these guys are able to try just really. There's no safety runs today at all.
I was going to ask that because starting off with such a critical trick, is that part of the strategy? Just get your hardest run out as soon as you can, so then possibly you could.
Yeah, the strategy
could go harder?
is, you know, if it was, you know, 2 runs or 3 runs, these guys would have to tone it down a little bit and maybe get a safety run in there. But they know they have 5 tries, so they're trying video part runs.
You know, we work with these guys quite a bit in the development of the format, you know, especially with PLG and Bob. And Bob wanted only 4 runs, which I thought was interesting. And when we said, hey, how about 5? Then he's like, oh, well, all right, maybe we can do 5. That's fine.
Hey, look, we got Marcelo Bastos on a really good run right now. Nollie Indy 360 into a frontside gate twist.
Got some hard moves going back and forth.
This looks like it's going to be the first full run of the contest. Fakie 5-0 to fakie.
Do you still call that a rewind?
You can call it a
I
rewind.
used to call it that.
The rewind grind.
I used to call it a
Marcelo
rewind.
just going down at the end on the switch heel flip to fakie. But that, so far, that's going to be the best run of the day for sure.
I really like that blindside air to fake he did. You don't see those
Yeah.
too often.
Oh, yeah, that's always good. That's good in street skating, vert,
Yeah.
whatever, you know. I call it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Sandro
Here comes
Diaz.
some power.
Man, he
Yeah,
just got here
man.
last night, didn't he?
Yeah, Sandro's first day on the ramp was today, and so he got an hour. So this guy is like a true professional when it comes to vert skating. He doesn't need any practice. He knows what he can do.
He's
and
on
it's,
there and does
yeah,
it.
it's
Yeah.
on right now.
Gotcha.
Heel flip Indy barely getting around right there.
I love the contest makes of the heel flips and
Oh
kick
my
flip.
God!
or
Yeah,
Indy, man. It's
Sandro is
always good.
famous for that one. Huge alley-oop 540, little squat
Oh, he's going
out
to
of
be the
it.
crowd favorite for sure.
Oh, man, are you kidding? Giant 5, right into a tail slide. He's got a wall or 2 left.
Yeah, here it goes. Last trick. That's
Oh,
the gnar
man.
jar. That is one of the gnarliest tricks in vert skating. That's a body jar 540. It's pretty much a Sandro signature.
When I
And-
saw his tail hit, it looked like he was over-rotating a little bit. He disappeared into the transition. I was like, oh, my goodness,
Yeah.
but he got out of it clean.
Even though he fell on that last trick, I think he's going to have a good score.
Yeah, that was
right
nice.
now, looking at the scores, Marcelo's got the top score of 78. He's really the only one that's got a solid run in so far.
Yeah.
And our littlest man in the competition on the biggest extension.
Scores just coming up for Sandro Diaz. He's got an 81.3, so that bumps up ahead of Marcelo by about 3 points. So right now,
Nice,
81.3 is the score to beat, and Alex Perelson is in the ramp.
Some
Oh, wow.
of my buddies from Tampa saw Alex skate in person at Tony's ramp one day, and they were just they were like, who is that?
Yeah, man, I
Who
skate with
is
Alex all
that?
the time at home, and he blows my mind on a daily basis.
Amazing.
One of the most talented guys on.
Oh, my goodness, that was so
that
amazing.
was supposed to be a kickflip lean air, got away from him.
That was amazing. Kickflip, mute backside 360. Nuts.
That right there
Nuts.
is one of the best
That's
vert
gonna
runs
be a run
you
to
will
beat right
ever
there.
see.
So Sandro is in first with 81.33.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm going like 88
I'm
or
not a
90.
judge, but that's high 80s.
You got to throw an
at
extra 10
least,
points on there
man.
just for
Yeah.
style.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's in the 90s. That run was insane
so
right there.
good.
He has like a Hosoi power and a Max Shaft loft
Yeah, it
style.
doesn't even
Like,
look
So
like
good.
he's pumping hard, and he's just blasting, man.
A soy and Max Shaft mix is a very
Yes.
good combination right there.
I want to find out what kind of bearings and it's probably Spitfires, huh?
Yeah, Spitfires for sure.
Hey,
got some
take
power,
a look at
man.
that. 89.67 for Alex Perelson.
Yep.
That's first place by over 8 points.
He is
Wow.
the leader.
Adam Taylor coming back in right now. Adam fell in his first run, so he wants to get a solid one in the book.
Where's Adam live? San Diego?
Yeah, Adam's in San Diego, and it's worth noting Adam is really good on the mini mega ramp. So
Yes.
he's, if Adam can be in the top 5 after the vert contest, he could really be a contender in the overall.
He's some of that new up-and-coming vert blood I was talking about right there.
Yeah, man, it's cool. Like you were saying, Felix, in, these 10 guys, there's some veterans in there, Andy Mack, PLG, but there's a few of the new guys, Adam, Alex Perelson, Pedro.
Pedro's only 16, right?
Yeah,
We're going to see him in heat number 2.
it's crazy because
He's
he's
got
been
a lot
around
of
for
power as
so
well.
many
Yeah.
years.
Pedro does have the Max Shaft. He's got that ollieing into grinds and ollieing out
Yep.
stuff.
PLG's going to have to go hard.
Yeah, run 2. I think Pierre probably, Alex's run probably got Pierre's attention.
A little bit.
Pierre's another guy that is really good.
Man. Didn't get the flip all
Yeah,
the
the
way around.
kickflip body barrel is just getting away, and
I think when he stuffs that's going to be a trigger, and he's just going to have a great
he's
run
getting
from there on
frustrated
out.
right now. But
It's only his second run. That's okay.
yeah, he's got 3 more, so no time for panic yet.
So it's interesting that you mentioned in the beginning that they wouldn't go for just one run with strategy, where he could get that 50. Or now he said, man, Pierre hasn't even reached 50 yet.
Hey, I'll tell you what, though. If Pierre has a couple more falls like that, he might be changing his strategy
That's
come
right.
run
That's
5.
Right. Run 5, he might say, okay, I got to make a run.
He's
Yeah.
a vet and a big-time winner, so I know he's cool as ice. But
Man, I've seen Pierre.
it's a lot of pressure.
Pierre is, wow, nollie heel flip varial to lean for Marcelo.
That's gnarly.
Yeah, Marcelo, made his run. He fell at the very end. He got a 78. Right now it's looking like he's going to bump his score up.
Yeah, he'll definitely go higher than the last
Oh,
one.
that was supposed to be a nollie heel Indy 360. Board just got away, so he's probably
I saw
not
some
going to improve.
Neil
on the
Hendricks
70.
inspired moves in there.
Yeah. I think Marcelo looks up to Neil. Is
That's
what
cool.
I think.
Okay, you can see if he can pay me some royalties with his winnings from this weekend. Don't think that's going to happen.
Send them an invoice for leasing the Nolly heel.
Yeah.
All right, Sandro back in. I don't
Neil
know
hasn't
about you guys.
Neil hasn't retired it yet.
I want to see this Narjar at the end of the run. man.
I remember when he invented that. Oh man, he spoke too soon. When he invented that was tripping on that. Just the whole idea that you're spinning the 540 and then you have to hit your tail. A body jar is hard enough.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the gnarly things about a 540 for guys who have done them, you understand it's the rotation part. And over-rotating is such a scary thing.
Yeah, and-
So in the midst of that spin, to hit your tail, it's kind of startling.
Sandro has always been so good at spinning. Obviously, he was one of the first couple guys to do a 900,
Yeah.
and he's just always been so comfortable. Every 540 variation, he can do 540s on the worst, janky, bumpy pools. He can do it on the mega ramp. He can do 540s and huge spins on
Well,
anything.
growing up in Brazil, I'm sure he had a couple less than perfect vert ramps.
Oh man, I know. So they come to any ramp that's not perfect and they're completely
Hey,
used to
Oh,
that.
right
man.
now, our current leader right now, Alex Perelson.
Oh,
this
my
guy has
God.
absolutely no pressure right now. He knows he can go for the victory run right now because
Yeah.
he's got an 89.67 in the books. So he's going to try a lot harder stuff.
How does Alex do on the mini mega?
Alex does really good.
Okay.
He hasn't spent as much time as like PLG, Adam Taylor, Elliot Sloan.
Yeah.
But obviously, the year that he won the Maloof Money Cup in Orange County, half of that score was mini mega
That's right.
also.
That's right.
He's so lofty, and he has such a great street style. I'm sure he's going to be really cool to watch across the gap.
Yeah, he does have that. I'm going to grab extra late style.
Yeah. His bail was so lofty and slow. I think he could have put it back under him, but he's so stylish that that's not something he'd do.
I've always said that. Even like Alex looks cool even when he falls.
He does look cool, man. He does. He's got that cool look to him, skating, not skating. He's just got it like that.
He just looks good on a skateboard, period.
Yep.
Getting ready for third runs right now. This is going to be Adam Taylor. He's got 2 scores in the 50s right now, a 58 and a 51. So he's definitely going to want to look to put down 12 solid runs.
You were right, Neil, too, about everybody starting up on that extension, just coming into the ramp with a bang.
You know what it is? The transitions on these ramps are so big now that you really, oh, man.
Want that extra boost.
You know what it was? I think he was going for another trick, and he
changed his mind.
He changed his mind too late. He was going for a 540, and it looked like his didn't have the speed. His feet were set up wrong, and he tried to salvage it by doing a backside air and just.
I thought it was going to be like a backside 360. It was like, not enough rotation.
Couldn't save it in time.
Yeah, it looked like a weird method or something.
Like tipping over Andriak.
Yeah.
PLG's third run, I'm really curious to see if he still tries that kickflip body varial.
I'm calling he's going to stick the kickflip body varial 540, and it's just going to be a trigger.
It's going to be on.
So a textbook PLG run.
If he does it.
And then it's going to get real interesting here.
Yeah, Pierre knows that a 43 and a 45 is not going to get him another Maloof Money Cup.
No, it will not.
It doesn't matter how good he does in the Mini Mega tomorrow.
Here it comes.
Up, change the strategy.
Veteran.
Big Indy 5.
Indy 5, that's right. Kickflip mute to fakie. I love how his feet are already set up. What happened? What is
fell
going
on the switch lip slide. You know what? He just, it was like you were saying, he was trying to set his feet up for the next wall, and his feet were just in the wrong spot for the switch lip slide.
Now, this is one of the worst places to be, because when you pull a punch and try and throw the safety run, and the safety run fails, you might as well have gone with plan A.
Wow.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's got a lot of things to think about right now when he goes onto the deck.
Hey, you know what?
What would you do, Neil?
I'll tell you.
Plan A or plan B?
I'll tell you what. I've skated with PLG and Bucky Lassick and those guys for years, and those guys are so good under pressure. You know, I've seen PLG pull it out under the gun so many times. I know he's going to land a run. You know, he's going to land a run for sure.
Yep. Only takes 1 out of 5.
Exactly.
That's it.
I mean, you look at how hard, you know, we talk about that being a safety run, and he still did, a giant kickflip mute to fakie. That's a hard trick.
That was such a big risk after the safety 540.
Yeah. It's like he just wanted to get past that 540.
Yeah.
Marcelo Bastos has a pretty solid first run, still wants to bump it up. It's not going to get bumped up this time. Hey, you know what? I seriously think Alex making that insane run got in some of these guys' heads.
A little heebie-jeebies?
Seriously. I mean, they
served up some butterflies?
The heat started out pretty mellow, and Alex just laid the smack down on the vert ramp. And
First
these
run
guys
out, like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Sandro didn't notice.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Sandro, he's going for it.
Sandro's automatic. Oh.
Tweaking that lean up. Giant
beautiful
kickflip
crossbone tweaked out.
Oh, the kickflip varial. Oh, man.
Wow.
So surprised. I've seen a lot of surprising bails here.
Yeah. It's not very characteristic for these guys. But,
Sandro Diaz bailing a kickflip Indy. He usually has so much height he could adjust.
Yeah. You know what it looked like there? He had just snapped off too far and was going to land really low. It looked like.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's safety is the better part of valor.
Alex was looking into the ramp with his head sideways a little bit. It looked like a little Stevie Caballero.
They're about the same height, right?
Yeah, no kidding. And they both got amazing style on
But I think Alex is still drinking milk. He's going to grow a little bit.
You think? How old is Alex? 19?
Yeah,
18,
Alex
19?
is 19 now. And like we said, he has no pressure. He has a 89.6 in the books. So he can just, he can just try some tricks now and try and add on to it.
The irony, that was so beautiful, but it's called a slaw bear.
Yeah. He does them very, very proper.
Oh, my gosh, a kickflip backside grab.
Are you kidding me? It's so good. It looks so good.
You see what I mean about even when he bails, it looks good? Like he did the kickflip mute 360, and
Look at that.
I have a question, Neil. How did he break his wrist?
He broke his wrist at home in San Diego a few weeks ago trying a 720 variation.
Oh.
And, he had surgery, got pins, and he was skating a few days later. Skated a few contests right after, skated due tour, and, was back on board
He's
straight
so
away.
comfortable on Vert. I thought it was going to be like a freak accident. Maybe he was street skating or at a party or something. I didn't think he could hurt himself on Vert. He's too smooth.
Oh, he's skating
no kidding.
his handrail.
Yeah.
All right, Adam Taylor is in the pressure cooker right now. It's run 4. He hasn't put a run down yet. Like I said, he's really good on the mini mega tomorrow, so he knows he has got to do a good run on the vert ramp to be a contender for tomorrow.
He's killing those frontside 540s.
His right now his highest score is a 58.
This could be the run he was looking for.
This is going to bump it up a little bit.
Oh.
Cab heel flip.
This is it. Oh, man.
Body burial rodeo, and that is time.
That body burial was good.
Right now, he just feels like 1,000-pound weight was lifted off his chest. And you know what? He has one more run, so he's going to try and bump that up also.
You can tell from that smile.
Who else does that body burial rodeo besides him? Shaun White, right?
Shaun White does it about 10 feet higher than
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But yeah, Shaun White does do it. Sorry, Adam. But
Hey, the facts are the facts. I was just wondering who else did it because I've only seen Shaun White do it.
Yeah, it's not one that a lot of the guys do.
It's a rare one.
Yeah, it's a crazy-looking one.
All right, back into the pressure cooker right now.
I like how PLG's right in there. There was
man.
we weren't even done talking yet.
When it's
there he goes.
Wow.
Yeah, putting it together.
He said, you know what? To hell with it. I'm going for it.
Yeah, Pierre is so good at
Peter
being
switched
focused.
up.
Look at that.
Wow. Nollie heel Indy.
There he is. The button is switched on.
This is the PLG that we know right here.
Yeah.
Cruise it out.
Felix, you're right. You said once he starts.
Oh, my gosh.
See,
That was supposed to be a cab nose grind.
And that's an example. When the button is switched on, you cannot be
get-
stopped.
that's on.
That's an
It's a
incredible
contest
feeling
mate.
as a skateboarder.
Yeah.
You can sometimes just sketch into like mode, and you're just
Doesn't matter.
flawless.
You do it
Fearless.
anyway.
You can roll through a wall.
Yeah.
Hey, so where do you guys think that will compare to Alex's run?
Technically maybe it was more difficult tricks, but the whole subjectivity of judging comes into play at that point. Like, what did you really enjoy more?
Pierre's score coming up right now, 83.67. So it's going to be second place behind Alex, but ahead of Sandro. I think the judges did a good job on that.
Yeah,
Alex's run was still, a lot more bionic.
It was still better, yeah. I mean, he could have even been up to 85. I still would have been yeah, that's okay.
But you know what? He's got another run. He's, oh, man, Marcelo, first wall.
Historically, it's kind of like the Tony Hawk, Hosoi type thing,
Exactly.
style and power versus technicality, like a new version of it.
Exactly. That's a hard one right there. First wall, tons of speed off the extension, and looked like he was just going to hang up.
And he knew it.
I remember one of the worst things about skating vert is being in the air and knowing you're bailing and going, oh, man, you got to wait.
Yeah.
And then those stairs.
I know.
Just walking back up those stairs.
Yeah, if you look at all these vert skaters, they got giant calf muscles. That's not from skating. That's from walking up the stairs.
Up and down stairs.
Sandro Diaz, there's the first wall, giant 540.
So it's really healthy to be a bad vert skater.
Yeah, exactly.
In Paul Zitzer's static part, he talks about that. Do you remember that part? He's like, up the stairs again.
Yep. One time I was skating at home just a couple weeks ago, and we jokingly decided we were going to count how many times we walked up the stairs. I walked up the stairs in one session 75 times.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
One time I was talking to Colin McKay and Jason Ellis, and they were saying they'd skate the DC ramp together all the time. But they said a lot of the times it felt like they were skating alone because one would bail, and then they'd be walking up the stairs. The other one would take his run, and by the time he got up to the deck, there was nobody there again.
Hey, are you here still?
Yeah,
we're walking up the ramp.
Hey, check
so
this
mandatory
out.
3-person plus session on vert.
Current leader right now, Alex Perelson.
Oh, man.
You can tell he's got this line dialed. The giant kickflip mute.
Killing it.
Oh, man.
What happened?
You know what?
The tail went out a little far, I think.
You know what happened? He's already got an 89 in the book. And so when
like,
something didn't feel right, eject.
Yeah, no reason to stick something. No reason to go for the contest make if you're sitting in first place.
Now he's signing autographs.
That's how he does it.
We got a little Bob Burnquist appearance.
right now, getting ready to start the last run for these guys. So there's, a few of these guys still need to get a solid run in the books. Adam made his last run. I don't think he was entirely happy with that run. He ended up switching out some of his tricks from what I saw him practicing. Adam's going to want to bump that score up so he can be a contender in the mini-mega tomorrow.
Huge backside 540.
Yeah, it was. And everyone's dropping in on that extension.
Yep.
They want to get the most speed possible.
Well, especially with the 12-wall format, you can't waste a wall by doing a grind for speed,
right.
a 50-50 or a frontside grind.
Oh,
the
man.
Indy 360 just getting away.
At one point we talked about doing a setup wall, and then we canceled it out. You don't really need it if you got those extensions, right?
No, those extensions are great to start your run on. And so it looks like Adam's best run's going to be his fourth run. He's got a 78.67, kind of right around in the same neighborhood as Marcelo Bastos, also had a 78. Next up, PLG. Now that Pierre's got an 83, this is going to be a hard run right here, man.
He's going to let it rip.
He sees Alex's score, 89, 6 points ahead of him, and he knows he's going to try a really hard run right now.
And although it's still kind of early in the event, I know he takes this a little personal.
Yeah.
He's going to go for it.
And Pierre's still got a lot of tricks that we haven't seen. We haven't even seen him, throw in the 7 yet. We haven't seen the Nollie Heel Indy 3. Yeah. This is what he thrives on right here, man.
Here it comes.
Was solid right there.
Yeah.
Here comes that textbook PLG run.
Yep.
It's going switch right now. That's backwards.
Wow.
For all you guys who don't know what switch
flip
is.
360. Perfect McTwist, textbook.
What's he got after the lip slide?
Oh,
love that one. I was just thinking of that trick earlier today. Crookie line to fakie.
Amazing.
That was proud. I'm in the booth here and I'm clapping because I really appreciated that run.
That was amazing, man. I think that run was a lot. He didn't add a lot more to his previous run, but the whole run was super solid. It was put together better. He did the alley-oop lip slide at the end. I bet that bumps him up a couple points.
You could definitely tell he was a little less cautious. He was feeling his groove out there. Really smooth run by PLG.
Now, you don't think he's going to be up above Alex, though,
I don't think so, man. I think Alex's run, that 89, I don't think that's 89 territory yet, but I think maybe 85,
85,
something around there.
Yeah, I still think he had a little less intensity than Alex's.
Right.
Yeah. Starting out with a frontside grind and then a backside air.
Yeah. Oh. Wow. PLG score just came up 89.33.
There you
go. He's only 0.3 of a point behind Alex. Yep. So we got Alex Perelson in first with an 89.67. PLG with an 89.33. Then a big gap down to Sandro Diaz in third place. Sandro's still got one more run. Man, I want to see that Narjar at the end of this run.
I think all of South Africa wants to see that Narjar, Neil.
Narjar.
Man, I saw Sandro's first couple practice runs, and the South African crowd was feeling it, man.
I mean, how can you not?
Yeah.
He's that guy.
The kickflip varial just getting away.
He's that guy. He brings a lot of excitement to the vert ramp.
You know what, Neil? I have a lot of questions, and now that I have you here in the booth, I'm going to ask you some of them. Who invented the Narjar name? Did Dave Duncan name it?
I don't,
his voice rings in my head singing
it's a body
Narjar.
jar. It's just the gnarlier version of a body jar. It's only makes sense that it'd be the Narjar.
Do people call him the Brazilian pit bull anymore, or bulldog, or whatever?
That was kind of.
I remember that.
That was a Dave Duncanism.
That was a Duncan?
Okay.
So I think Duncan still got that one going.
Yeah.
Because I figured he would name it something in Portuguese.
Yeah. Current leader right now. Pierre got close, but right now Alex is still in the lead. Oh my gosh, that was a kickflip 540.
He was trying to step it up too. Love it. Alex Perelson, man.
That was an amazing first heat right there.
I'm still amazed every day that this level of technicality exists in vert, and that you're able to adjust your feet like you're street skating under those conditions and have flick just like you would be out in the street.
Right. Yeah, when you're hauling ass across the flat bottom.
Yep. I mean, a lot of the street guys will always ask me, because they know I mess around on ramps and stuff, they're like, but how do you ollie? I mean, if you hit your tail, I'm like, the coping and the vert substitutes, and
Yeah.
you somehow figure out how to flick the
And
same
it's also
way.
when you're doing a flip grab, whether it's a kick flip or a heel flip or a nollie heel flip, it's also different because you're flicking it into your hand instead of just flicking it to your feet.
Yeah.
Catching it and
And
catching
so
it.
there's a lot of guys that got really good style that they do catch it with their feet, like you see Alex.
Yep.
But it's a pretty different deal when you're grabbing it.
But the setup is so much more intense on a vert ramp. The fact that you're dropping in, you're blazing. How fast do you think these guys are going?
yeah, I mean, you're coming out of an 8-foot air on a vert
30,
ramp. You're going
25, 30,
20,
yeah.
25 miles
Yeah.
an hour. And that's one of the scariest things when you're learning kickflip indies is just to, scoot your toe over when you're going that fast.
Yeah, because when you're landing on the mini mega and the mega, you're catching about 40 miles per hour on
Yeah.
the flat, right?
We're going to check out some replays right now from the first heat. Right there, PLG. This is his second place run from the first heat. Pierre's the only guy in the world that does that. That's
Yeah,
a
that
switch
switch heel
heel
flip.
flip 360.
Now, that's a frontside grab?
Yeah. Switch frontside grab.
Switch
Yep.
frontside grab.
Right.
Marcelo Bastos, tail grab 540. Marcelo ended up being was in fourth from that heat with a top score of a 78. Probably isn't really happy with his performance. Marcelo's been skating really good in some of the other international vert contests recently. This was a solid run right here, but probably not his best. Sandro Diaz also had a great first run.
Huge kickflip Indy.
He had to really tuck that one in there to get it in.
I love the alley-oop 540.
Yeah.
Fan
Yeah,
that one. It
risky.
Looks good. Yeah, which looks good. Adam Taylor, straight out of Florida.
P-
There's
There's
that same trick we
the
were just talking
PLG
about.
special,
Love it.
man. Yeah, no one else out here is doing that trick.
Alex Perelson rounding out right here.
Wow, that
Wow.
that was the
That's
most
it.
jacked up kickflip lean air I've ever
So
seen.
Good.
Kickflip mute 360. That's one that Alex has kind of made one of his signature tricks recently. We are going to commercial.
See you guys back, Maloof Money Cup.
Somebody's been up all night. Up all night. Up all night. Hitting those books, weren't you?
Vitamin Water Revive when you need to rehydrate.
All right, we're back. Maloof Money Cup in Kimberley, South Africa. Right now, we've just got warm-up going on for Heat 2 of the vert ramp. We're going to run down the start order for Heat 2. It's going to be Pedro, Barros, Elliot, Sloan, Jake Brown, Andy MacDonald, and Bob Burnquist. Right now, we're finishing up tabulating all the scores from the first heat. We're going to give you that entire rundown, give these guys from Heat 2 a little bit of practice. Who are you guys looking forward to in Heat 2?
You know what? I like Pedro Barros. I think he's awesome. He's an Alex Perelson
Esque.
generation. Yeah, esque. And I like Elliot Sloan too, man. He's powerful.
Yeah,
he's a powerhouse.
He's a powerhouse, man.
Yeah, everything he does looks so super, super good.
I have to say I'm really excited to see Bob Burnquist because he's one of the most ambidextrous and like symmetrical skateboarders in the world.
He is, man.
Really pioneering that switch stand skating
Hey,
and stuff.
you know what I'm excited about is this is Jake Brown's first vert contest in quite a while.
Yeah,
Jake's
yeah.
been skating all the mega ramp contests. He's been skating the mini mega ramp stuff, but he hasn't really been on the vert circuit recently. So this is he actually was going to skate one of the Dew Tour contests a couple weeks ago in Salt Lake City, and he got hurt in practice. So it's good to see him out here. Here we go, first heat. We've let's pull those scores. We're gonna work on those scores. We're looking at the computer right now. Now we're talking. Alex Perelson in first place with an 89.67. PLG in second with an 89.3. Sandro Diaz in third with an 81.33. Adam Taylor in fourth with a 78.67. And fifth place, Marcelo Bastos with a 78.0. Once again, in the format for this contest, this is going to be 50% of these guys score, and tomorrow on the mini mega ramp, that's going to be the other 50%, and that's when we're giving away the big money.
You got first and second basically right on top of each other, and third, fourth, and fifth pretty close too.
Yeah, there was a big gap between second and third.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that gap between second and third is gonna, you know, some of these guys, Pedro and Bob and Andy, are
They're gonna fill that.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a couple guys here that are definitely going to be in the 80s.
You know, you were saying, who do I like? I actually like everyone in the whole contest. There's not one single person I'm like yawning.
No,
that's a tough question right there. Yeah,
this is a heavy-duty contest.
It is,
I mean,
and when you do a contest like this, when there's only 10 guys, it's like there's no room for anyone that's not up to that level. That's what makes an exciting contest. It's not like quantity, it's quality. 10 dudes, that's all you need.
Yep, I could tell you something I like about every one of these guys easily.
Yeah.
I mean, Andy Mack yesterday did a nollie laser flip. I was just like,
it's crazy.
How you do a nollie laser flip on a vert ramp?
Yeah. You know what I like about Andy when he throws out the 80s run, which he can do at any given time.
Yeah, he's got all the foot plants.
Ice plant to fakie, backside boneless to fakie.
You were mentioning, too, how just like everyone was just so blown away with some basic warm-ups and stuff like that. I saw some faces light up when the ramp was just finished being masonized. Andy did the first hand plant. And these guys, all the locals, just like blown away.
Yeah.
When people see a handstand, they're like, "What the hell's going on here?"
See, Neil,
you know
awesome,
the first trick done on the ramp was a backside boneless.
Oh,
Because Andy's like, I'm dropping in first trick. What do you want to see? I was like, backside boneless, and he bailed it, and then he went back up and did it.
I'm so psyched to come back here next year and see the scene they already have a skate scene here now. I can't wait to see how much this park and this vert ramp helps these guys.
You know how it is when you go somewhere the first year, you're like exploring and figure out what it's all about. Like, I'm thinking of that next year too, like what safari I want to go on. Yeah. And Felix, did you see some lions or something the other day?
Yeah, I actually raced a lion. He was in a cage. I admit he was in a cage, but he just pranced next to me so gracefully, and I was red in the face. I had terror, and I was just like trying to give my best impression of a Olympic runner, and he was just clowning like, come on, shaking his head. I could get you whenever I want if this gate was here.
I love it.
That is amazing.
I'm a cat person, and so I can really appreciate lions. Man, I've always had cats, and when I'm around those big cats, it just reminds me of my cats that I've had.
Oh, well, one of them had their paw real close to the fence, and I was able to touch it. I was so excited.
Hey, so have you guys been able to check out the big hole yet?
I haven't been over there yet. Have you been over there, Felix?
No. It's what's funny is our hotel's right next to it, and I haven't stepped over there yet.
So it's the biggest man-made hole.
Yeah, for
in
the
world,
web viewers out there, the biggest man-made hole in the world is here in Kimberley, South Africa, and it's a giant diamond mine.
Yeah.
And in the history that I've been reading about it, at one point there was 50,000 workers there, all just freelance, independent guys with picks and shovels. 50,000 guys were working in the mine.
Wow.
And the first thing I think about is just sneaking out with a little something in my pocket.
Yeah, right? Could you imagine? So I guess that's like major criminal. That's a major crime here, is to get a diamond. Apparently, all the diamonds are owned by the state, from what I hear.
Right.
Yeah. So even if you find some of these hills over here, and a lot of these hills around us, that's the dirt from the hole. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. Who do we got coming up?
All right, we're getting ready for Heat 2. These guys are just finishing their warm-up right now. This is going to be the order. It's going to be Pedro Barros, followed by Elliot Sloan, Jake Brown, Andy MacDonald, and Bob Burnquist.
Some vets and some new faces.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah, Pedro is one of the most exciting things to happen in vert skating. He's been doing really good in the pool contest.
I was
the
just about to
pool
say
party,
that.
Yeah.
The Bondi Bowl-a-rama.
Coastal Carnage.
Yeah, he's
skated
shown
that
up
good.
and given the guy, Rune Glifberg, Bucky Laskin, those guys, really giving those guys a run for their money the last couple years.
Yeah, remember when he came out of nowhere a few years ago at Coastal Carnage.
Yeah.
And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think we denied him the first year entry. We're like, who? No. This is a who's who contest. But he has definitely earned his spot.
Yeah.
And Pedro's Brazilian, right?
Pedro's Brazilian, man, and he has been good for. Do you know I was flowing Pedro some gear down in Brazil when he was 6?
Wow.
Get out of here.
I went down there for a vert contest, and they told me, hey, Neil, you have got to see this kid. He can drop in and properly skate vert. He's 6 years old. And every time I would go to Brazil, I would give him my used wheels, used boards, and became friends with his family, and they started coming over to the States, and now I'm trying to bum some wheels and boards off of him.
Yeah. So you were doing boards for bros 10 years ago in Brazil. Look at that.
Well, the Brazilians are infamous for being able to skate everything.
Oh, no kidding.
So when they come to the States and you give them a lot of perfect stuff to skate, they're going to rip.
Yes, you got that right.
Yeah, you'll never hear Brazilian complaining about the vert ramp or the course.
No, not at all.
Is he the only vert skater that skates with earbuds in? I've never seen it on a vert
ramp. A couple
ramp.
of the guys do, but it's not too common. But this is it. First guy of Heat 2, Pedro Barros.
So interesting that he decided to start with a 50-50.
Yeah, it looked like a backsmith, and I can't believe how much speed he gets out of it, man.
Was it a backsmith?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, looking at these monitors, it's a little tough sometimes.
Stale 540. That is. You know what's crazy about Pedro's style is he goes so high, and he doesn't really always land perfect. He lands a little bit under the vert, where normally he just has these piston legs where he can land under the vert and still go 9 feet the next wall.
Yeah, you know what? He's extremely limber. All his airs are tweaked. So
look at this. Giant Indy 540 straight.
So rad.
Look at how low he landed.
He almost landed on the bottom seat.
And he still did a 7-foot-high stale 540.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you see some other guys. Look at like Lincoln Ueda or Sandro Diaz. Those guys land perfect on the vert, you know. And Pedro somehow makes it work, man.
He's really explosive.
Yeah. Speaking of big airs, this is a guy who grew up in your neighborhood, Felix.
Yeah, skating with the twins, the Lopez brothers.
Yeah, man.
From the Northeast.
Elliot is someone that, we've seen Elliot around for years, but he has really, really stepped it up just in the last year or so. Oh, man.
I know. I hadn't seen him I don't think I had seen him in person until last year, since like an old damn Am. Or a Tampa Am. And then I saw him last year, one of those Tony Hawk demos, and I was like, oh, that kid.
You know what? He's definitely appreciative. Skating some small ramps in the New York, New Jersey area, and now I brought you all the way to Africa.
Yeah.
That's some stuff right there.
Yeah, he's a super nice kid, man.
Did you guys see he did cab heel flip 720?
Yeah,
heel flip 720 in the new Birdhouse ad.
No.
One of the holy grails of vert. Hey, check this out. Jake Brown, first vert contest in a really long time. This guy's become one of the masters of the mega ramp and the mini mega. It's been a really long time since Jake skated a vert contest. Obviously, he's been putting some time in. He's looking really good.
Yeah, he looks good out there. I saw some kids running into Jake at the hotel earlier today, and they were absolutely freaking out. I mean, Jake got so much fame when he slammed on that mega ramp.
This guy fell out of the sky in the Staples Center. His shoes flew 100 feet.
Everyone knows Jake.
Yep.
You know what? He was also one of the pioneers of that street style on vert. Real lofty, modern tricks.
Yeah, no doubt.
His blind video part is one of my favorite vert video parts ever.
That was a great video
I felt like I was watching a street part.
All right. I would love to see him do the manual shove it in again. That was always a good one. Andy Mack in the ramp.
Yeah, one of the vert veterans right here. Andy Mack's been around forever.
Quintessential professional.
Yeah, man. He loves traveling the world. He was super excited to come to South Africa. He had been here a couple other times on some skate trips, but just in talking to him the last few weeks, he was like so excited that there was a vert contest in South Africa.
That's cool. That's cool.
You mentioned traveling. I was able to go to China with Andy, and we went to the Great Wall of China, and he had his board in his hand. And I was like, what are you doing? You want to shoot your board on the wall? Whatever. He's like, nope, I'm going to wall ride the Great Wall of China. And he did it.
Did he really?
I was like, you're incredible, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And he also just put in a super solid first run here at the Maloof Money Cup.
Nollie heel front side?
Yeah, this score is going to be in the 80s as well, I think.
What do you think about mid-80s?
Yeah.
A lot of technicality.
Not as high as some of the other guys, but super, super hard tricks. Nollie heel.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be in the Alex PLG area, but I think that's going to be scores coming up right now, 83. Check it out, Bob Burnquist. Wow.
Wow, the lean les twist, unreal.
Oh, Bob is a special human, man. I love watching this guy skate because you never know what's going to happen.
Bob helped us out with the format a little bit. He's such a diplomat the way he
Look at
puts
that.
everything.
Switch boneless. Oh, man, just washed out.
I haven't seen him fall on that in the last 2 days, and there he falls on this contest.
You know what's so crazy is Bob's board will get a little edgy on his feet, but that's just Bob's style.
Oh, yeah.
And then he'll stuff it, and when you think he's out of control, he'll do a gnarlier trick on the next wall.
Yeah, he's been doing it like that forever. Doesn't that keep things exciting, though? I mean,
he's one of the most exciting guys.
You know, when you skate perfect, don't get me wrong, I got tons of respect.
Yep.
But when you have that guy that's a little bit on edge, that just keeps you watching the whole time.
And then one of the things, too, is like you're going to expect him to do a regular trick, and it'll be a switch trick to get his balance. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Pedro Barros' first run score was 81.67. He had a fall there right at the end, so he's definitely he's able to bump it up higher into the 80s. So
we're back to the top.
Oh man.
No.
Now here's another question for you, Neil. The street skating Brazilians always listen to Mobb Deep. Now, you Vert guys usually listen to some harsh stuff. Is he listening to Mobb Deep because he's Brazilian, or does he have some King Diamond going on?
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I've heard Pedro listen to all kinds of stuff, so I think it depends on his mood, to tell you the truth.
You know what Mobb Deep is? It's like English lessons for them. That's how they learn English.
Is that why they all come over here and they're like kind of like a little fly? I'm saying over here. We're in Africa.
That's right. We're like over here.
I didn't mean that.
Over
Oh,
there.
man. Second run in a row, the tail grab 540, just getting away from Elliot Sloan.
He'll get it. He'll come out with it. So
Check
Pedro,
this out. Last week in Europe, Elliot put down a tail grab 900 on the mini mega ramp, landed, rolled away, and washed out. But that's like all the guys have been giving him crap about coming that close to it. So he's on a mission for the tail grab 900 tomorrow.
And that is one of the craziest choices of grips to have, a tail grab and then spin 900.
Yeah, that does not seem easy at all.
Talk about light front foot.
Jake back in.
Yeah, it's so cool to see Jake back in a vert contest,
Hey, man, I always give a lot of respect to people that try. And, like, when you try, like, it is rad to see him. Because he might not want to be doing this right now. He might want to be just skating the mini-mega.
Hey, you know
what,
though?
Anyway.
He's been putting his time in, though.
Has
like,
he?
down at home, he had not been skating vert that much, been focusing on the mini-mega. And the last few weeks, last couple months, he's been putting his time in and really having fun and learning some tricks.
I saw Jake get close to some real big 900s on the mega.
Yep.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, did you know that Andy Mack rides for Red Vines?
For who?
For Red Vines. You know the candy that you get at the
yes,
movie
I
theater?
did. Because he brought him. Remember that one trip we went on? Where United Arab Emirates.
Yeah.
He gave me a package. I was like, what? Red
How
Vines.
funny.
I remember a long time ago when I was a kid, I used one as a straw once.
That's awesome.
Look. Andy's got that first run in the bag, so he's trying some harder stuff.
That's
trying
great.
to get
He was a little short on some speed right there. He might want to come off the extension for that 720.
Get that rock to fake you on the extension?
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy's 83 that he had his first run is the highest score out of the Heat 2. Both heats are judged together, but right now that's the best run in Heat 2.
Yeah, that's good to point out, Neil, that it's judged overall. Yeah, we're separating the guys.
Oh, wow.
Wow. How's that for a first trick?
This guy's so intense.
Look at he's out there smiling, too.
And that's Bob's 3-second run.
I mean, he just blunted, what is that, 18-foot extension?
You know Pedro,
top to bottom?
You know Pedro and these guys are like, man, I wish Bob would stay on a little bit longer, give us a breather.
What do you think Bob's going to get on that one? Hey, he's still got a 29.
Hey, he did a blunt to fakie on 6 feet of vert.
The judges are like, that's still worth.
Hey, look at this run right now. That was a giant kickflip Indy. We've got
got
a hot one right now, boys.
Wow. So tweaked.
Man, he does a good Indy 540.
Wow.
You weren't kidding about landing low, man. I'm watching him do that now.
He can land low and still go 8 feet the next wall. It is bizarre.
Got so much power.
The one-footed tail grab.
Yeah, kickflip varial Indy.
This is one of those runs.
Wow.
This is one of those runs where nothing.
I
spoke too soon. I was going to say where nothing can go wrong.
Hey, you know what?
I got to be stoked.
I wasn't counting those walls. I think that might have been 12th wall right there.
Well, I can tell you, head judge Jason Rothmeyer is definitely counting them.
Yeah, the judges are counting the walls for sure. But
I'm always so happy I just have to talk about the skating and not judge it because I cannot judge skating.
I've never judged one of these contests. I've talked. I've announced so many contests. The only contest I've ever judged is our all ages contest.
I judged last weekend. I judged these guys in Switzerland, and it was hard, man. It was really hard.
Hey, but I not only not judge like with points, I don't judge skateboarding in general. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. It's an art form. Everybody does it themselves. And if you leave and push yourself, like, it's unjudgeable.
Hey,
Well-
yeah, scores coming up for Pedro's run. If you didn't catch Elliot Sloan fell first wall, so Pedro's last run was 86.67. That's going to be in third place right now.
And
Back in the ramp.
We got Jake in there. Okay, so Schaefer's giving a bit of a wall count here and there out there. Those judges and announcers out there are paying attention to the walls.
Oh, the kickflip, Indy.
He almost tossed it in
I
there.
know. He grabbed the wrong side and thought about chucking it and decided he didn't want to go to the hospital here.
So Pedro would be in, second place right now?
I think that's third. I think
third.
Alex and PLG both have
That's
89s.
right, that's right.
So Pedro's looking like
Man,
third.
Oh.
It's crazy when you think about it. You can have a run that's that good and still be in third.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you're still not in first.
Hey,
Sorry.
you know what? But
Well, that's a testament to the level of skateboarders that are here.
And think about this. If Pedro would have made that last trick, that nose grind,
could have made a big difference.
yeah, that would have made a huge
With the
difference.
proper pop
you know,
in.
on
Yeah.
the vert ramp, a fall is going to knock you down a lot.
Yeah, that wasn't a safe little cruise into it,
Nah.
nose wheelie, nose grind. He ollied into
Yeah,
it.
that was proper.
Yeah.
Look, this is setting up for the 7. Oh,
Oh,
my
he slid it in
gosh.
there.
He made it happen. That was sick. Lean rodeo.
Lean rodeo.
He's putting some hard tricks in back to
Yeah,
back.
that
was
was-
good. I want to clap for Andy right there because that was pretty
Yep.
proper.
Yeah, he had an 83 his
That's
first
gonna be in
run.
the 80s.
Added that 720. That's going to be,
84 maybe?
I think maybe even 85. He definitely
Yeah,
lost some
is he going to
speed.
catch Pedro is the question.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Hey, no one else has done a 720 yet, right?
Yeah.
That's the first one of the contest. There's Andy
He's happy about that 720.
looking positive.
You know, the first time I saw that lean rodeo, I thought he
Oh,
looped
look
out.
at this.
Yeah, that's
Just
right.
because
That's
that's the way the trick looks. He like loops out and then pulls it back in.
It looks crazy.
Don't miss the Bob show. Oh, no.
Bob will make that.
Oh.
I was going to say, Bob will make that.
Oh, man.
Hey, Bob's another guy that, you know, he's really good at the mega ramp and mini mega. He's got to get a solid score on the vert ramp to be a contender tomorrow.
Yep.
It's crazy he's got that blunt every single
Yeah.
time. He was adjusting his foot in the air when he was popping back in on it.
Bob's also one of those guys to not count out. He's got 2 more
Oh,
runs.
never, man.
Looks like he was doing a hard flip, Indy. It didn't turn right. Didn't flip right. Back to the scores. Andy Mack on his last run, 84.67,
Yep.
so just about an 85.
And yeah, I think that's fourth place right now. So he's, he's going to be in contention tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh. That
Hey,
was
that
so
trick-
late.
Pedro has never done that trick. He was trying it all day today in
Really?
practice, and he said, this week, this contest, I'm putting it down.
That was such
Well,
a late grab on
It's
that.
Look at
nuts
that.
looking, man.
That is insane.
That is the most proper frontside 540
Yeah.
ever. And the style that he's doing it makes it flip like an actual McTwist.
Yeah, that is amazing.
It looks like the end of it looks like a switch stance McTwist.
Yeah,
It
you,
does.
you notice when someone does a proper McTwist, it like cringes kind of like under him. There's a bit of a flip in it, and that's so late and grabs so
Wow.
well that that's actually doing that as well.
If Elliot's had a rough last couple runs.
He just fell
Yeah.
again?
Yeah, we didn't.
Oh, my God.
We're talking past his run because his run is
Yeah.
only one
Oh,
wall.
man, poor guy.
Elliot's got one more run after this. He's got to make it past that first wall
Hey,
right now. Jake.
only one run counts.
Yeah, seriously.
Jake, he's back in.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh no, you saw that back foot scooting around, and that.
Well, at least he's laced up.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, Jake hasn't won a contest recently, but he's won the party every night.
Yeah, he does, huh?
Last week in Switzerland, he won the party every night.
Wow.
Jake is
A little vaca monster.
Yeah, Jake's well known on the pro vert circuit for enjoying the
having a
nightlife.
You know, he does a little DJing as well.
Yeah, man.
Is he still doing that? If you win some prize money, get rid of 10% of it? Is
Oh
that
yeah, no, that's a vert standard, man.
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
man, Andy Mack trying to step it up.
Because with these big prize monies nowadays, that's
Oh, yeah.
no joke, man.
You can get really gracious with your friends.
Yep.
$7,500 you got to give up tonight, partying.
Yeah.
Well, how can
Wow.
I don't know if you can spend that much money here in Kimberley.
There's some
we'll-
diamonds.
You'll
Yeah,
buy
we'll-
something.
Diamonds for sale.
Hey, PLG, he brought his girl here with him, so maybe she can try and
That's
get in
right.
on that.
I don't know if they got malls where girls can spend that much money here, do they?
Bob needs this to get down right now.
Look, it's the Bob show right now.
Front leg twist.
Looking good.
Back 5, putting it down. You just don't know what Bob's going to do.
Yeah, perfect backsmith. Kickflip Indy to fakie.
What's Bob's vert ramp at his house like compared to this one?
It's a little bit smaller. And look at this. Frontside gate twist with a slob grab. The perfect burn twist. Oh, my gosh.
So
that
sick.
was amazing.
So sick. Bob Burnquist.
The eggplant revert is a burn
revert,
twist.
okay.
Yeah. And then did you see that switch, like slasher Smith?
Sort of a Smith. It's like, wow. Wow.
That was classic Bob right
I hope
there,
they show
man.
that. I hope they replay that at the end of that again.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, it's like a...
There it is.
That's the eggplant revert. And then look at that style, man. That was
sick.
so
proper.
rad.
It's looking like Dave Hackett, but switch.
I was just like, you never know what Bob's going to do. Did anyone expect that?
Hey, with Bob, you just expect the unexpected.
So that was just basically an eggplant revert, right?
Yeah.
Or 360 eggplant.
Yep.
Okay.
So what is the Elgario?
Hey, look at
That's
that.
when he goes
Bob
540, right?
No, that's where you go up fakie and do a 360.
Bob's got an 87.0, and Pedro is in on a hot one right now.
Oh!
Whoa! Kickflip frontside.
Oh, I want to see that frontside 540 so bad. I hope it comes down right now.
This is insane.
Yeah, Pedro's got a solid run in the book, so right now this is just balls to the wall.
Let's see
110% right now. Kickflip
Kickflip
540.
Okay, so if you're a local from Kimberley, South Africa, and you're seeing this little
Yeah.
boy 12 feet in the air upside down, what are you thinking, Neil?
You're thinking, man, I can't wait for these guys to get out of here this weekend so I can get on this vert ramp on Monday.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? When I first went to skate a vert ramp, I was walking to the deck to drop in because I thought it was really easy. And everyone told me to start from the bottom.
And you're like,
and I pushed really fast across the bottom, and when I went up that first transition, I whipped out and fell on my chest. These guys are going to be really shocked when they step on the board for the first time and try and do some of this stuff they just seen here.
Yeah.
Elliot Sloan right now needs this run. Right now, his highest score is a 49. He's trying a really hard run, a lot of 540 variations.
All right. Keep it going, Elliot. Start with the Indy 5, into the nice frontside air.
That is a big air right there,
Looking
man.
smooth out there.
Oh, let's see if he's
Nice.
got that tail grab. Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. I just want to see him make it, you know?
Oh,
Heel
wow.
frontside.
This is a seriously good run for Elliot right now. Oh,
wow.
man. Tail grab 720.
That would have been awesome.
It was actually flipping. Normally the rotation's kind of against
Yeah,
the wall.
it
It was really
a little
upside
bit
down.
off axis there.
Yeah. Access. Great word.
Hey, you know what, though? He's I think it's safe to say he's gonna bump up that 49 he had in the books.
Yeah, that was his highest.
Yeah.
He's going to be higher than the 2 he got as well.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to be up in the 80s with the rest of those guys, but that's going to be a decent score.
Jake letting go early on that backside.
Yeah,
air.
I want to see Jake put a solid one in.
So lofty.
Jake trying the 7 also.
Oh.
So Elliot's was a 74.33.
74.3,
An
yeah.
improvement.
Just really seems like you need a perfect run.
Yeah,
you
man.
do.
I mean,
And
when
the
you look-
caliber skating is just so high that the runs just have to be perfect.
Yeah.
And even then, you still fall a little short.
Yeah,
We've only got
after a few guys do perfect runs, I mean, that's it. To get in the top 5, you have to have 12 walls.
I used to be that guy that was always hoping for everybody to bail. And for me to have my best day and them to have their worst.
And yeah, that's how it works out.
Secretly, I'm
sometimes.
sorry, everybody I ever skated against.
Oh,
Wow.
my gosh.
Kickflip
Kickflip
melon
melon 5. Andy Mack, and that's the strategy. Once you have a good score in the books, you can try your hardest stuff. Look, here's another 720.
And
Wow.
he is going to be so amped when he hops out on the
Yeah, he
deck.
is. He's going to do a backflip onto the deck.
Hey,
Dean
but this
Brody-
makes him a contender for tomorrow. Oh, my gosh. Nollie heel to
He's
fake.
really letting it go.
Yeah, that totally did not
Here
flip
goes the
right.
backside boneless.
I love it.
The 80 show.
I'm glad he ended with the backside boneless. That was
Real
proper.
cool.
Andy is so hyped right now.
Props to Andy.
That's sick, man.
That was a
is sick.
classy ending with that backside
That
boneless.
was. Very nice.
So Andy's highest score was at 84.67. You think that's going to bump up a little
Oh,
bit?
holding his head.
You know, I could go into the 85s on that one, yeah.
With the kickflip melon
I could
5.
say 85 something.
All right, last skater for Heat 2. It's the Bob Show.
I like the way you put that, the Bob Show.
Dude, I would pay to watch it.
Oh, man.
You know, that frontside 540 right there was pretty late as well, a late grab.
Woo! That is it for Heat 2.
That is it overall.
My hands are sweaty.
50% of the contest is down.
And you know what? That was a good vert contest right there, man. And
that's all you need, just the meat, just the best stuff.
Now, is Bob wearing that green shirt because he's all about the organics?
Yeah. Amazing crowd here in Kimberley, South Africa. We're in the Northern Cape province. And, man, these guys have been out here all week watching the practice sessions.
Look at those happy faces. We got some confused and stunned faces.
Yeah. The South.
And maybe that's one of our champions out there. Little vert champion in the future. What is that pet we have? We have some strange mascots here.
It's a hyena, isn't it?
It's a hyena.
Yeah.
We have a hyena mascot. Whoa.
That's pretty
that
sick.
guy's pretty slick right there.
That was like a flash to New York City real quick.
That was a little guy stuck in the 80s. There was like a disco guy out there.
I want to give a shout out to South African tourism. I think they footed part of the bill to get us here, so wow.
Oh, yeah.
Man, thank you guys so much. I want to say what's up to Standard Bank and Boogaloo's, the official retail partner, and Skull Candy. Skull Candy's everywhere, worldwide.
It's on our head right now.
That's right. That's right.
Kumba Iron Ore, one of the local companies that helped step up and make this happen. And the coolest thing about all the sponsors making this event happen, like we said, we're leaving this park. We're leaving this vert ramp. We're going to come back here for the next 3 years, and these guys are going to be able to skate this stuff all year.
The Maloof brothers and the whole Maloof Money Cup series is really doing some incredible stuff. Pinnacle, years to come. We'll be speaking about these plazas. Like, this is incredible. It's just the giving back factor. It's really my favorite part of skating.
Yeah, it's helping build skateboarding around the world.
I went to New York about a month ago, and the first place when I landed at LaGuardia is we took a cab right over to the Maloof Plaza and skated with no event going on. It was so rad that you could just go there.
There's definitely a lot more room at these places when there's no events going on.
And it was like 10 in the morning, and there were a bunch of kids skating. It was pretty sick, man, on a Sunday morning.
This is going to be.
I mean, it's a skateboarder factory.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You got it. More and more fans right here.
All right, we're going to check out a commercial right now. Stay with us because we're going to come back and show you the final scores for the vert contest. Getting ready for Mini Mega tomorrow. But first to commercials.
Look at that, beautiful.
Vitamin water revive. Somebody's been up all night. Up all night. Up all night. Hitting those books, weren't you?
Vitamin Water Revive, when you need to rehydrate.
All right, we're back to the Maloof Money Cup Skateboarding World Championships presented by Kumba Iron Ore. We're here in the Northern Cape province of South Africa in Kimberley, and we are eagerly awaiting our results from the vert contest. Once again, the vert contest is 50% here on the vert, 50% tomorrow on the Mini Mega, and right now, we got the judges working on results, and we're going to take a look at some replays from the 10 vert skaters that just got done.
They can keep showing the ladies in the crowd as far as I'm concerned, too.
Me too.
You know, keep
fine
it
with
going.
that.
That's fine with me.
Well, there's a nice little view of our street plaza.
There's going to be some shredding going down on the street course.
You know, the amount of granite that is on this street course is unprecedented.
You know what I think's
it
cool?
grinds like I would imagine ice would grind or something. It's just like some of the best stuff I've ever grinded.
I think it's cool that when you look at the thing from above, the entire plaza is diamond-shaped.
Yes.
Because this is the diamond region of South Africa.
They embrace that.
Yeah,
This is
they
the
love
Diamond
But why-
City.
Why wouldn't you?
Here we
go.
are,
We got some
boys,
results.
from the Pro Vert Finals. Once again, this is 50% of your score. Tomorrow on the mini mega ramp is 50% of your score. First place on the Vert ramp, Alex Perelson, former Maloof Money Cup winner. He's got an 89.67. PLG hot on his heels in second place, only 0.3 of a point behind, 89.33. Third is Bob Burnquist, 87.0. Pedro Barros in fourth, 86.67. Andy Mack in fifth, 84.67. Sandro Diaz from Brazil, 81.33. Followed up in seventh and eighth by Adam Taylor and Marcelo Bastos. And we've only got the top 8 on there, but in ninth and 10th was Elliot, Sloan, and Jake Brown. I think those guys will probably have a better day tomorrow on the mini mega. But, man, what do you guys think? So, this being 50% of the score, you can kind of look at who the contenders are going to be for the overall now.
Well, I was going to ask you, Neil, how does Alex skate the mini mega?
Alex skates the mini mega really good, but he hasn't put as much time in as like Bob and PLG. But, when he won Maloof Money Cup in Orange County a couple years ago, the mini mega was part of that event
That's
as well.
right, it was.
But that was different because they had a rail at that one. And this one doesn't have a rail. It just jumps over the gap. It's really going to, Alex having the cast on his wrist is really going to hurt him because that kind of takes away half the tricks that he can do
all the different
over
grabs,
the gap.
It's limited, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think the fact that PLG and Bob also were able to put down solid runs is going to be influential going into the mega because they're going in with a lot of steam to a comfortable spot for them.
Right.
Yep. Guess we got some replays coming up.
Yeah, let's
Sun's
check it.
going down here in Kimberley. What a nice evening it's turning
Yeah,
into.
man,
It's
this
so
is
beautiful.
Yeah, this place
I was
is
so
amazing.
happy we had some time to actually get out in the nature. Seeing all this stuff that I normally just see on television, the National Geographic Channel. It's like when I was telling people I was going to Africa, their faces were just like, what?
Check this out, Adam Taylor. He's we're gonna see some of him on the mini mega ramp tomorrow.
Now he's in seventh, but based on what you're saying, Neil, Adam can advance nicely.
Yeah, I think he'll end up in the top 3 or 5 on the mini mega tomorrow for sure.
There's our current leader, Alex Perelson, with
And-
the gigantic slob air.
Yeah.
Well, I have to
that
say it's an
kickflip
advantage that his backhand's hurt instead of his front hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be, huh?
This is one of PLG's first runs on the vert ramp. He, we were kind of stressing for him a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
But
I
he
know.
ended up pulling together there at the end.
Ended up in second.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, so close. A third of a point away.
No, it's like I've told you. I've seen Pierre pull it out under pressure so many times. Sandro Diaz, always one of the crowd favorites. Probably the highest 540s in the business.
I hope we get to see alley-oop 5. Oh, no, that's the one I love,
Yeah.
man. There he is.
Floating. A slob air.
That's
so beautiful.
So ridiculous. There's the make on that kickflip mute. Jake Brown dropping in.
Yeah, rare appearance by Jake Brown.
Jake's
on the
going to be
vert
pretty
ramp.
powerful out there tomorrow.
That was
Yeah.
fun to see, man. I was excited to see Jake on the vert ramp.
There's the sun going down over the hill right
yeah,
there.
man. Hey, so all you guys got to tune in tomorrow. You got some times for us, Ryan? What time
Yeah.
the webcasts and the television broadcasts are?
There you go. 1 to 6 SAS, South African Standard Time.
Yep.
Which if you're listening on the East Coast, that would be 6 hours ahead.
Great
So-
math.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. There you go. 6 hours. Hold on, no. They're 6 hours behind. We're 6 hours ahead here. So they're 6 hours behind.
We got live TV also tomorrow, 4:30 to 6 on Supersport here in South Africa.
Yeah, Supersport HD. So we'll have the street semifinals, which kind of turned into the street. They're basically what we're calling them now is the Street World Championship qualifiers.
Great.
That's what we're calling them tomorrow. We're going to have about 30 guys in that, and then we're going to take a top 12 for the finals on Sunday. You'll see that on web, but live on TV tomorrow on the Supersport channel will be the Mini Mega.
Going to the mini mega, and that's where we're going to hand out a $75,000 check. 50% of the vert score, 50% of the mini mega score. We're giving away the big money.
Listen to what you're saying. We're giving away $75,000.
Yeah, it's awesome,
For
man.
one person.
Incredible.
For one person.
I hope
And
it's a close friend of mine.
Thanks, guys. That was an amazing event right there. Can't
Yeah.
wait to come back and do it again tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. Once again, this was the Maloof Money Cup Skateboarding World Championships presented by Kumba Iron Ore. Join us the next couple days on the web and on TV.
From Kimberley, South Africa.